Hey, what's up? This is Damien from Angel Wolf Studios. So, today I feel like doing a review. How about that? So, what I want to review is this little doohickey right here. This is the Kreg Mini Pocket Jig, or Mini Jig, I think they call it in the instructions. Something like that. Anyway, so I've been looking for something like this for quite some time. I've seen it on April Wilkinson's videos. I've seen it on Wood Brew and a couple of other video channels as well. And I just had to have it. So I bought it. Now, there are different sizes that are available from Kreg. I bought the smallest one because that's what I could afford at the moment. So, let me show you this thing. The Kreg Mini Kreg Jig, or the Mini Pocket Jig, like I would like to call it. So, in the instructions, they only show that this is good for 3 different wood thicknesses. So right now, what I have here is all 3/4 of an inch. And in the instructions, it also says you could use it on 1.5 inch and 1/2 inch. So, according to the thickness of the wood, you have to set up your jig a certain way. Now, there's the placement of this part and the adjustment of this little ring here, which is like kind of like a stopper to keep you from, going all the way through when you're drilling. For the 3/4 of an inch material, your jig has to be flush with the edge of your material, like this. And the space between this point here, not the tip, but this point here, and the edge of this ring needs to be 3 9/16 of an inch. So a little bit over 3.5 inches. Now, to measure that, I use this baby here. We all know what this is. And there we go. So you line it up. Get that glare out of there somewhere. So you line up the compound square with where you want the mark to be, or where you want the ring to be. So that looks about right. And then you take the Allen key, you loosen it up. Yeah, I usually only have it set to one setting. So now you put this right up against that piece right there, not the tip, this piece right here, and then you slide your ring over. Like so. And once you have that position, you take the key and you lock it in place. Okay, so now it's set to drill a hole in 3/4 of an inch material. It's that simple. Now, personally, I had to make some adjustments because what you see here, these 3 pieces, these 3 pieces are all that come in the package. You don't get a clamp. You don't get anything else. Right? You've seen jigs and on some videos that are huge where you can sit the board in vertically and drill your holes. But this you have to clamp down. Now, the clamps for these run about anywhere from $25 to $30 each. Now, they're C clamps with like a vice grip locking mechanism, but they have a round disc at the end, most likely just to give it more surface hold on the jig itself. Now, there's this one, and then there's one that's double. The double one, I believe, comes with the clamp. This one doesn't. Now, let me show you. If I'm going to go ahead and clamp this down, I use just a spring clamp that I got from Home Depot. Now, matter of fact, I got all of this from Home Depot. Just saying. All right, so let's take this piece here. This is also 3/4 of an inch. So, place it down, grab your spring clamp, and I put it as far back as possible. And then I drill my hole. Then when drilling the hole, you want to not start to drill here, because you'll have a hard time getting it in, and I'm pretty sure you'll screw up this little the hole here, even though it's metal inside there. And don't wait till you get all the way down in there to start the drill, because once you start the drill down there, this is going to go all over the place, even with it being clamped down. I've tried other clamps, and that didn't work to stop this from happening. But so you start it, you push it in just a little, just so that that tip is in there. Start it, then drill your hole, pull it out. Then you'll have your pocket hole. Now, the reason why I could use this and don't need the vice clamps is because I took and put crafting foam, so about 2 millimeter crafting foam, on the bottom of my jig so that it doesn't slide around. This helps the clamp to hold it. Now, Kreg, if you're watching this and you guys think that it's safer to use your clamp, by all means, send me one. I will not say no. But for now, this is what I'm going to do. What I'm going to be doing. Now, the other thing that I don't have are the Kreg specific screws. The reason why I don't have those is because they also, again, that's an extra cost. When basically all you really need, in my eyes, is a set of self-tapping screws, which I use construction screws when I'm building my tables. So they're self-tapping. I don't have to ever worry about it. And everything works fine. Now, if I run into a problem where those screws are going to ruin anything, or if they're just not working right, then I will go ahead and get the screws that go along with this. But for now, everything's been working fine. I am so in love with this piece of equipment here. You just don't know. It's been helping me so much. I mean, it doesn't cut down time as much as I would like it to, but it helps me to think things through differently on the builds that on the tables that I'm making, to where I don't have to sit and think too much on how to, for example, get these two pieces fastened together, because I don't like using, metal brackets and stuff. So being able to use this for my table builds has been perfect. Thank you, Kreg, for coming up with this. I don't know if you guys are the first ones to come up with it, but thank you anyway. And so if you want to throw a sponsor my way, because just to help me out, just to help me grow my channel and stuff like that, and help me advance as a person in this woodworking world, I'm all for it. For the review, like I said, I love this thing. I wish I had enough to get one of the bigger ones, but hey, that's all I was able to get at the moment. Again, Kreg, hook a brother up, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so if you like this review, give it a like. If you like what I do, subscribe. Of course, if you like the jig, go get one. I mean, it's good. You're gonna love it. Trust me. And if you want to get notified on when I post videos, then just go ahead and ding dong that notification bell, and you'll be notified whenever I post any videos.